What is up, everybody? This video is going to be for those of you who are brand new traders and you're interested in getting into order flow. Hey! Sorry, I have an acoustic blanket up and the cats are starting to pick at it, and that's not cool because that shit, one cheap. Don't you fucking do it. I need to put this giant blanket down to kind of help with the sound and shit. It really helps, but these fuckers fuck with it. I'm gonna have to start locking them up or something. But anyways, this video is for those of you who are brand new and you want to get into order flow trading. What I did was I put together a playlist of videos I think you should watch in order. Maybe you've watched some of these videos. This might give you an idea. Also, those of you who have done the order flow for beginner series or the tick drill videos, there's 3 of them that I constantly recommend. This playlist I've put together will kind of help with that series a little bit. At least I hope so. Now, before I show you what those videos are, what that playlist is, what we're going to do in this video is we're going to go over each of those videos, and I'm going to kind of give you a brief summary of why they are where they are and why you should watch them in that specific order. But before we get into this, this has been a frequently asked question. A lot of traders attempt to leverage my channel as if it's a course. And guys, you got to understand that my intentions was never to make... Well, first and foremost, my intentions were never to be an educator in the trading space. And, well, it just kind of ended up like that. What you guys got to understand is I'm not a guru, right? And I'm not really a trading educator in the perspective of that. Just not my intentions with this channel. The purpose of this channel was I've put together videos over the years just doing it for myself. And what I did was I put together videos that for me were important lessons, certain things that have helped me, things I find interesting at this time, aspects in trading that, you know, are helping me. And when I make these videos, what happens is these videos and these ideas in these videos and the things I explain in these videos in great detail, I'm doing it for myself, and it helps me reinforce my own trading for myself. I just happen to have done it publicly. You know, when I first did YouTube, I did it to store video footage on the internet for free when it came to reviewing my trades instead of storing video files on my hard drive. And then somebody started asking me about order flow stuff, so I started kind of just making some public videos going over some of my recordings. And the channel initially went public for one guy. And then I ended up making my biggest hit, which is how to read a DOM video, which has like over 100,000 fucking views. I wish this channel had 100,000 fucking subs, but it doesn't. And if you're not a sub, please do it. Like, subscribe. That would be great. As a content creator myself, I try to make that more of a habit on videos I actually like instead of just not. Guys, just please do it for me. You know, I'd really like to grow this channel. So, you know, I've made that how to read a DOM video, and I just did it because I felt like I could explain it better than anybody else. And so I just put it out there, and then the channel started exploding. Well, not really exploding, but it definitely started growing. And I did that well before I reached consistency in my trading. So the thing is, a lot of people are watching my videos and they want to know what videos should they watch in what order. I mean, this has been a common fucking request and question I get. So you know what? Now I'm doing it. Fat cat time isn't exactly warp speed. I move like a fucking turtle when it comes to getting shit done. Here's the problem. Since these videos are made in the moment, each video essentially on this channel is sort of its own specific lesson. But the problem is my channel is so fucking out of order that you have to really be combing through it to realize, hey, this video complements this video, and when you watch these two videos together, or these three videos together, it kind of paints a bigger picture for what's going on and what I might want to be trying to do or whatever. And what you got to understand is when I do these videos, like the tick drill, to me that is something that it really helped me. It helped me substantially, and that's why I did that video series, and if you're not familiar with it, we're gonna see it. I made that series because that's something I did that I swear by, and it allowed me to reach this level of trading where I'm extremely fast, and I'm just really quick at managing, getting into trades at the right time, or attempting to, right? Sometimes shit happens. And I made that series because, you know, I just wanted to share with you guys the importance of tick drills for me, why I found it important. And the thing is, when I make these videos, I always say, you should do this, you should do that, you need to consider this, you need to tag trades, you need a journal, you need a tick drill for a month, you need to not be trying to get green P&L on a tick drill, because that's not the point of tick drills. When I say you need to be doing this stuff, I'm referring to myself. Again, this channel is for me, and I make the content for me. Unless you guys ask me a specific question, or there's some sort of specific request, then I'll make a video for you guys. And this is one of those videos I'm doing for you guys. But for the most part, I do videos I think is fascinating for myself in the moment. And I'm like, hey, I just had this idea that this would be a great lesson for myself, so let's just kind of document it and stick it on the internet. So when I say you should be doing these tick drills, I didn't really mean you guys should be doing it, but it did become popular, and there's a lot of you who have done it, who have told me, and I'm sure there's more of you who have done it who have not told me. And there's a lot of people that have done it, and that's told me that it really has helped. Actually, I had a comment come in today. Let me just read it real quick. Somebody said, "Hi, Fat Cat. Without wanting to sound too fawning, your YouTube videos have allowed me to see the DOM completely anew. I've been trying to trade charts and DOM for a number of years now, and the main advice was just to watch the DOM for patterns. Unfortunately, seems pattern recognition is not one of my strengths. I'm doing the one tick drill strictly as you suggested. After watching all the relevant videos 3 days, in, I'm already seeing incredible changes in how I see things, and I'm so glad I found your channel. Thank you." Guys, I appreciate that shit. And, you know, I know there's haters out there. Fuck you guys. But this is who I do it for, is guys like this. This is who I do it for. People who accept me for me. They don't care about the cussing. I know. But those people that legitimately love my fucking content, they exist out there, and there's more of them out there that don't know about my channel. These are the people who I do it for. This is the community I love, and I'm allowed to be myself. So, that's awesome. So, the problem with this playlist that I'm going to show you guys is it's not really a course. It could be viewed that way, but it's kind of got holes in it. What you got to understand is, if you watch all of the videos on my trading channel, which some you really don't need to be honest with you, you will see a progression of my trading, and you will just see my trading evolve over time. I've had a long-time subscriber say, "Hey, man, I'm seeing you, like, get better. That's awesome." But the problem is a lot of these YouTube videos aren't even really scratching the surface of what's really, really going on a deeper level, like with my personal trading. So when you watch all of these videos in order, they're not in order from oldest to newest. I kind of mixed them up on purpose. And there's kind of holes in them, and you got to understand that these videos are made at different times and they're in different orders, and there's going to be like ranting in some of the videos. Like, to be honest with you, it would probably be best for me to just do this entire series from scratch and then, I don't know, have it more clean and streamlined without this weird ranting, because some of the videos have ranting at the beginning and shit. So keep that in mind, and it's not super perfect, but I've been asked what videos I should watch or you guys should watch in what order, so let's go for it. Keep in mind this shit ain't perfect, but here we go. So the most popular fucking video, I wish I could make all of them like this one. How to read a DOM with example trade. For some reason, this video got way less fucking videos. For some reason, this video got way less views than this one, and this was the second video I made right after this one. Guys, you need to really understand how your limit orders and your market orders are interacting with each other. And then this how to read time and sales video. This video is way newer than, I mean, it's relatively old at this point, but it's way newer than those top two videos. So let's talk about it. And what I'm going to do is sort of highlight stuff a little bit here as we go through this series. Let me make this a little bigger. So these three videos are kind of, I guess, the foundation of just learning the basics of order flow. How does a DOM work? How do you read it? What's going on in it? Understanding the difference between limit orders and market orders, because there is a difference and you really need to know the difference. One order type isn't necessarily better than the other. They both have their pros and cons. And then how to read time and sales. Time and sales is different than the depth of market. That's an additional tool I do use in my trading. And the thing is, as you watch these videos, if you do choose to watch this playlist in order, some of the videos you'll see the time and sales, some of them you won't. So again, they're kind of out of order. But again, I'm going to explain why here. I think time and sales is very important. Now, I have done 2 interviews with Frozen Tundra. Here's the first interview. Guys, I highly recommend watching that. Because I do want to talk about something very important here. So this next video is called Order Flow in Different Markets. Okay? So with that interview with Frozen Tundra, he trades equities, okay? He's in my trading room, and if you guys want, there's a description below. Open up the description on the fucking video. Okay? And if you really love my content and what I'm sharing, feel free to donate to my Ko-fi link. You don't have to, but just think of it as a tip. I'd appreciate it. But in that description is a link to my trading Discord. It's free for anybody who wants to join. And it's relatively mature for a trading room. Like, it's not full of these Wall Street bet idiots and shit. A lot of guys in there are strictly business and are very technical, and they're nerds, and I love that shit. Frozen Tundra is in that trading room, and I hate to call him out without his permission. But he uses time and sales, and he uses order flow as well. One thing you guys got to understand is this video, this order flow and different markets video, there's a reason I strategically place that in the playlist. Watch it. But basically, those of you who, there's a lot of you who are crypto traders and you want to leverage order flow for crypto. And what you got to understand is a depth of market or a DOM is a futures thing, okay? Because futures is traded on a singular exchange, and I explain it in this video, but I'm going to just sum it up a little bit. Futures is traded on a singular exchange. So the bids and offers I see, that's every bid and offer on the ES E-mini, period. Whereas if you're trading something like Bitcoin, there's several different exchanges for Bitcoin to be traded on. There's what? I don't know them because I don't trade crypto. There's what? FTX, and then there's what is it? BitMEX, Bitfinex, or some shit like that. Whatever it is there's just a shitload of different exchanges. So if you're trading, say, Bitcoin or some shit, and again, I'm not really all that good with crypto, so I might be explaining this like a retard. But if you're trading crypto, it's not on a singular exchange, so really a depth of market isn't going to work. So if you're trading on, say, this one exchange, all the orders you see on the bid are not all the orders on that specific price, because there's other exchanges that have different bids on that same price. And you're just not seeing it unless you have something like a level 2. I don't know if a level 2 exists in crypto. If somebody knows, please leave it down below and I'll pin that comment. But if somebody knows if you can have a level 2 in crypto, and you can look at all the bids and offers on all of the exchanges on a level 2, please let me know if that's something you can do. But like stocks, for instance, stocks require a level 2. Now, I use Jigsaw Trading. So the DOM can actually be used on stocks, but you have to use just interactive brokers, and it looks weird, and you got to trade specific products. So when you're trading stocks, you also want to use a level 2 because there's several different exchanges. So a DOM is primarily just a futures thing, because that is pretty much really the only product I know of where everything is on one exchange. So those of you who are attempting to not trade ESE minis or futures, you might just want to stop at that video or something. As much as I would like you to go through all of them and watch my ads and give me ad revenue money. If you're trading crypto or stocks, I'm not sure this playlist is really going to work for you. Also, what I have to say is keep in mind that I am an ESE mini trader, so I am pretty much a specialist. I don't trade crude. I don't trade NQ. I don't trade bonds. I've tried trading other futures markets, and they're just not the same. And this order flow in different markets video shows you what NQ looks like and how it's different on the DOM than ES, and it shows you how Bitcoin futures are just a shit product to trade because it's very spready, but you kind of get to see like what spread is, because you may or may not hear the term, this is a spready market. So that's a good video to watch. Now, before you continue with the series, I do suggest that you attempt tick drills with ESE minis first on demo, obviously. And if you want to go into crude or NQ or bonds or something else, feel free. And what you guys also have to understand is a shitload of what's going on in my channel. It's all focused around the ESE mini, and it's just a different product, right? It's just a completely different product than other futures products, and a lot of advice and techniques and little things I give out in specific videos only applies to ESE Mini. Like the how to read a time and sales video. I mean, I talk about how I run 3 times in sales. You're not going to be doing that in NQ because it's so much thinner. So theoretically, that doesn't really apply. I mean, the basic principles of it is nice for anybody trading any market. But once you get to this 4th video, I would say you probably don't need to continue on unless you're really dead set on trading ESE Minis. If that's the case, let's continue. And actually, you should watch this fifth video because, I mean, this 5th video is pretty good right here because, well, I'm just gonna click on it. This is an older video from 2019, but what I do is I really kind of extract the depth of market, and I really hone in on the limit orders and the market orders in this video as well. And I talk about how there's 4 ways in, 2 ways out, obviously. And then I just kind of go over the spread itself. And then I also talk about my X keys, my hotkey setups, and at the time, I mean, my hotkeys are way different than this, but there's a fucking bug in here. Jesus. So, I mean, that's a good video as well. But anyways, so let's X that out. Okay, now we're going to be getting into the actual order flow for beginner series. So, again, let's just kind of understand what these tools are, how they work. Those are the first 3 videos. Let's understand how these tools are different in different markets. Okay, let's kind of look at the limit versus market orders from a different sort of perspective, how to be faster and all that shit. And then this is like a lot newer of a video, the strike zoning video, so it's just kind of randomly placed in amongst older videos. This strike zoning video is also very important. I would say that these 2 videos right here, I would say they kind of complement each other. Maybe, maybe not. What the fuck do I know? But the strike zoning video is important because and it's such a good video, and somebody actually just commented on it. So the reason the strike zoning video is so good, in my opinion, is it shows you why my DOM is set up the way it is, why my tape is set up the way it is, why everything is placed in specific areas. Because when you're trying to read this shit, you want your eyes to not have to travel as far. And then I show you what I'm looking at right before I'm about to execute everything. And I feel that video should come before the learning to read order flow for beginners 3-part series, which are the next ones, because I feel it's important that you have your DOM set up a specific way, and you should understand where your eyes are going on the screen. I mean, there's more to it than that, obviously. So there's actually a really good comment. Somebody literally just sent me a comment on the strike zoning video, literally 2 hours ago. He said, and this is a comment on the strike zoning video, he says, thank you for explaining in detail, including the specific areas that your eyes are focused on. This is very helpful. I've watched many of your videos, and I was wondering how you can keep track of it all. Now it makes more sense. Focus on the most important areas, because that's what I say in the video. And then he says, I guess the idea is to use this method to enter trade with potential for bigger move, but to control risk tightly, possibly breaking even or scalping a one-take profit just in case the trade is not working out, but hoping the trade moves many ticks into profit. Now I see why the 1-tick drills are so important. It's not to aim for a real trade on a 1-tick, but to practice getting such precise entry and controlling risk and cutting losing trades quick instead of letting a losing trade hit the emergency stop loss, I think. And he fucking nailed it. This guy nailed it. Him watching this video tied the tick drill series together, and that video is so good. That's one of my favorites. It's a must watch. Even if you're not doing ESE minis, just having your DOM set up a specific way, and what am I exactly looking at? Why and where? I mean, it's so good. And yeah, dude, and the guy nails it. I mean, when it comes to trade management, being precise is trade management, and being precise takes slop out of your trading, and it just helps with potential risk. And I mean, why would you not want to be more precise, right? So that's kind of the crux of this series, is getting a little more precise, I guess you could say. So let's go into the order flow for beginner series. Obviously, these 3 videos right here are, complementing each other. And it's a 3-part series right here. I mean, this entire playlist is, fuck me, dude, 30 hours maybe? There's 27 videos in here. It's got to be like 30-something plus hours, right? So it's a lot to handle, but for those of you who are trying to put my shit together and watch specific videos and trying to use the channel like a course, this is the best I think I could do. So these 3 videos have to be watched one after another. Obviously not one in one setting. I mean, I go over learning to read order flow for beginners, the importance of it. Part 2, I believe, has actual trade examples. And then part 3 shows you the difference between good volume versus bad volume. Because when you're doing tick drills, the volume and trading conditions will shift. And sometimes the conditions just aren't ideal for tick drills. And tick drills, if you do them long enough, because I say you should probably do them for a month, you'll start to understand the shifting conditions, and just, you got to make adjustments. Sometimes when the conditions are slow, you can get in on the spread, and if it's too volatile, you got to be in further away from the spread. So, yeah, that's this entire playlist is sort of built around those 3 videos, because a lot of people are doing what I say in those 3 videos that are just now getting an order flow. So the next video that I think is very important is don't marry a trade. Why would I do that? Well, in that specific video, there's a breakdown of a actual trade, like an actual setup, and it has nothing to do with tick drills. But the point of it is cut the trade and re-enter if it's not working. And the point of doing tick drills is cut the trade if it's not working. There's a huge problem with tick drills. And the thing is, there's traders who are allowing the trade to go against them 5-6 ticks, and then they pick it up for a 1-tick profit. And that, first and foremost, that's not the point of doing tick drills. And that's exactly why this video down here is next. Why tick drills are so important, and the thumbnail is stop, you're doing tick drills wrong. Because people who do the tick drill series, they're doing it wrong often. And this video is good because it just sort of tells you the purpose of tick drills. The point of it is not to print P&L. I know that seems crazy. The point of it is to build speed, to learn the difference between limit orders and market orders, and to be able to just sort of build this automated habit of reading order flow and just being able to click the right area and the right place without really thinking. There's obviously more to it, which is explained in that video. But let's backtrack to the don't marry a trade video. Cut the fucking trade. There's too many people who get into tick drills and they're not cutting the fucking trade because they're trying to print P&L. And the don't marry a trade video, it's so good because it shows you an actual example on a legit setup that's more of a bigger picture trade. Because when you do your tick drills, you can apply it to bigger picture trades, right? And that's a lot with my personal trading and my personal methodology is I like to scalp my way into bigger holds. Whether I'm attempting to get 20 ticks, 8 ticks, 12 ticks, usually I try to go for 12 minimum. No less than that, otherwise it ain't worth it. But no matter if I'm trying to go for 12 ticks or 150 fucking ticks, I try to scalp my way in. And if the setup ain't working, I'll cut it and I'm willing to re-enter the trade elsewhere. And that don't marry a trade video is so good because it's an actual example of me doing that on a legitimate setup. And my thinking is, hey, that video should give you an idea of why it's important to cut the fucking trade on your tick drill, no matter how ugly it gets. If it just blows against you, fucking 6 ticks, just hit the flat key and just be done with it and restart. Because, again, the point of it is not to fucking print P&L, and that's why the next video below that is so important, why tick drills are so important. Because there might be something in that video that I didn't cover in the 3 videos up here, because I started to notice a pattern of a lot of people doing tick drills wrong. So maybe I didn't make it clear enough. So then we go to the next video, which is why managing trades by hand is different. Why managing trades by hand makes the difference. And it's funny because it's an older video. This is definitely an older video than these 2 up here, and this is a more relatively new video, so some of them have my face in them, some of them don't. My DOM might look slightly different, but I explain in that video why managing trades by hand makes difference. Basically, I explain why I try not, a lot of traders that trade will they'll either let the trade go to their target or hit their stop, and they don't do nothing in between. I try not to let the trades hit my stop. I try not to let my trades hit the stop, and I believe I go over a session of me cutting the trades before they hit my stop. And I explained to you guys, had I let the trades hit the stop, it would have been a down day, and I believe it's an up day in that video. And then I go on to explain how actually managing by hand and just locking in small profits on trades that aren't working makes the difference between a green day and a red day. Whereas a lot of traders just let the trades hit their fucking stops. So the point of doing tick drills is also to learn how to manage trades by hand. And you're also building the skill of learning to break even and learning to lock in a small profit if the trade's not working. And I can tell you that there's a lot of time where trades just aren't working and going to my target. And a lot of the time I'm trying to lock something in, and I can actually have a decent day by doing that. Otherwise, had I just let the trades keep hitting my stops, I wouldn't think I'd be consistent, to be honest with you. So that video explains why you should manage the trades by hand, and it kind of goes off those tick drill videos and just, now we're kind of going into, what do you do after tick drills and if you guys decide to be, I mean, here's the thing, you guys can probably make money just off of doing tick drills. If you get really good at it, you guys could probably make money, you know, just picking up ticks. I don't like doing that personally. It's a lot of work. It's intense. I don't enjoy that. And the thing is, once you see bigger setups, bigger trades, you can't unsee them. And I much rather go for bigger trades instead of just scrounging around for ticks, to be honest with you. So this series is kind of allows you to look beyond the tick drill. Okay, so let's go ahead and erase all of that and scroll down. Right here from the spoof video down, we're going to kind of go over all of these real quick, because I feel that these are sort of their own thing. Okay, so that's anybody who wants to see a spoof order that has a really good example in it. And there's been a few people that have told me, you know, on that video, I've looked everywhere for a spoof example, and this is the only video they could really find on it. So if you guys want to know or see, there you fucking go. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't see too many spoofs in this day and age, because some of these videos are pre-COVID, and the market was completely different pre-COVID. If you watch my videos pre-COVID, I'll go ahead and just click on it right now. So what you can see, the DOM is just so much thicker. I mean, 464, 584, 321, 681. That's not what the market looks like right now. Okay? And this is more of a recent video, actually, relatively recent. So this is what the ESE Mini looks like now. It's a fuckload thinner. So things have changed since COVID. The liquidity got absolutely fucking broken. And it's just been different for years now. So anyways, yeah, let's go back to that. I still think it's a good video just to see what a spoof looks like. And let me just kind of rebox this. So the next video, scooping advanced tape reading techniques. That's still a technique I do use somewhat in this day and age, and I believe this is after COVID as well, so it's going to... I believe all these videos from that point down are after COVID, so the DOM's going to be about what it is now, somewhat. I mean, at the time of making this video, we are going into a recession, and if the market decides to crap out really bad, it's going to probably get thinner. Or if some really bad news hits, it's going to probably get extremely thin. But everything in this box kind of gives you more techniques and what to watch out for when it comes to reading tape and order flow. So what a spoof order looks like in the order flow, something I call scooping. You get to see what absorption looks like in this video, because you might hear that term get thrown out around a lot, and absorption happens all the fucking time. This video, I talk about stop runs, so this video actually has a good example of stop runs triggering. What's interesting is this is the first video where I face reveal. And then this one, I talk about sweeping, which is another thing you're going to see on the DOM. So these are more like techniques and order flow stuff that might help you with your tick drills. So at some point you can kind of look at these videos, and this will maybe allow you to expand on what you're seeing in the order flow. And I tried to put these videos in order of when they were released. So these are kind of going from oldest to newest in this specific... Ooh, excuse me. It's going from oldest to newest in that specific section. So the next video below that is your idea of order flow is wrong. This is a more recent video as well, and those of you who've been catching my more recent videos might have seen that one. This is a very recent video. That one I think is important because I do talk about how order flow isn't a rigid thing. What you got to understand is you're most likely going to be a discretionary trader. And unless you're an algo trader and you're going to be trading by hand and you're going to be making the decisions yourself, then you are a discretionary trader. And the definition of discretionary is you're not really rule-based per se. You're more fluid. A lot of people that ask me about order flow and reading order flow, they just kind of don't comprehend order flow in general. And they just think it's rigid, and it's not. Reading order flow it's so much more fluid. There's really no hard answer when it comes to reading order flow. So that's what I do is I explain that in the video. And just if you've come from a world of reading charts and technical analysis, and you're trying to get into order flow for the first time, that's a really good video to watch. That might be a good video to kind of watch earlier on in this series, to be honest with you. I'm going to keep it where it is because I like where it's at. But just understand when you're going through the process of attempting to learn order flow, it's not like other shit. When it comes to trading, it's not like technical analysis. It's not like reading chart and price patterns and shit. Learning to read order flow is just a completely unique, different experience. And that video, I think, does a great job of kind of covering that. And that's just sort of placed in there as a, hey, just understand this is what's going on. And you know, don't just understand this is it's a fluid thing. So, again, guys, if you're trading equities or some shit, you can go to my Discord. I don't think I finished even talking about that. Frozen Tundra, yeah, I don't think I finished talking about that. If you guys are trading equities and shit, Frozen Tundra, he uses order flow as well. He uses time and sales, and in our second interview, I believe, right here, he definitely talks about the importance of tape and order flow. And, you know, he's using a level 2 and shit, and he's just trading a complete different set of products, you know, in equities, which I don't really grasp, but it's interesting that he uses order flow and shit. And, you know, I would like to think that he would agree that it's not as rigid as a lot of traders would want it to be, unfortunately. But for him, order flow is a very important tool when it comes to making decisions. So let's go ahead and erase this box. And let's go ahead and start scrolling down here. So let's put that video right at the top. Okay. So this video is so very, 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 very fucking important. In fact, speaking of Frozen Tundra, this is one of my videos that he's referred to a fuckload of times. I believe this might be one of his favorite videos that I've done. I know that in my trading room in the Discord, he's told traders countless times to go watch this fucking video. Trading context. Trading context is extremely fucking important. And basically what that is referring to is, you know, the problem with when you guys start doing tick drills, and if you're brand new to order flow, the problem is you're going to just get caught up in the noise of it. There is a point in time where you need to start disconnecting from order flow if you're choosing to use auction market theory, which I highly suggest, or volume profile, or any sort of charting techniques or technical analysis. If you guys are trying to use order flow to complement something of that nature, I mean, it's one thing if you're strictly order flow and that's it. But even then, you kind of want to have context as well. But especially if you're going out of that realm and using the things I mentioned, context is so fucking important. And I believe in that video, if I could recall right, I break a trade down and I basically build out a story or a narrative of why I'm taking the trade. And it's so fucking important for you guys to build out a narrative, to build out story around your trading. And even when you guys are doing tick drills, build out a story. It's important to watch the order flow, and I'm not sure, I have a video, I don't know which one it is. I talk about, I believe it's the sweeping video. I don't remember which video it is, but I basically talk about how, you know, I'm pretty sure it's in there. I'm not sure which one it is. It's a more recent video where I'm starting to review some of my trades, but I talk about how you want to, actually it's your idea of order flow is wrong. That's the one. Let me double check. Give me just a minute. Yeah, so it is that video. It is the your idea of order flow is wrong video. So I break down trades in that, and I talk about connecting and disconnecting with order flow, and then I talk about remembering specific things in the order flow that happened when the price moved away, and kind of remembering what had previously happened in the order flow as it comes back. Because you can build a story around that. So that's another reason that video is so good. Your idea of order flow is wrong. And the trading context one is good because I'm believe in that video I'm building out a bigger picture setup in that, and I'm really talking about a lot in that one on specific stuff on different time frames or whatever is going on. So it's very important that when you do tick drills, or again when you're doing any sort of trading just in general, learn about context and how important it is to build out stories of what's happening in whatever it is, whether it's what's happening on the chart or the volume profile, what's happening in the order flow. Mesh it together, build a story, what's happening here, and all those little things are like small stories, and when you mesh it together, it paints a bigger picture, and then at that point, you're more likely to, I guess, nail the direction the right way, hopefully. I mean, easier said than done, right? So the next videos, I would say all three of these videos right here kind of complement each other, and they go with each other right here. So sweet spot 1, sweet spot 2, or I really titled it When My Style Trading Works and How to Make Adjustments. So sweet spot 1, this is when, so the reason this is in this series is because the tick drills you see in my tick drill videos, the conditions are different. And the conditions are going to change. If you decide to practice for a month, like I suggest, the conditions are going to change. And Sweet Spot talks about, you know, where your sweet spot is, because there's going to be a point in time where your trading works really well. And there's a point in your time in trading where your trading starts to not work so well. And generally when it's working really well, it's because you're in the sweet spot. And it could be the combination of volume, volatility, and some other stuff in there as well. Let me take a look real quick. All right, guys, I just had to take a quick peek of it. So yeah, it's volume, volatility, and relative volume for the day or session or whatever. And then I use these like slider scales in the video to show you where you might be good and how you need to practice in different conditions to sort of stretch it out. So it really is a good visual breakdown of sweet spots. And so is Sweet Spot Video 2, which is vastly newer than Sweet Spot 1, but I felt the Sweet Spot 2 really does a good job of complementing it, because I have such a specific style of trading. And up until that point, I was using 6-tick stops religiously, but the volatility in the markets were so extreme that 6-tick stops were a bit too tight as of, you know, this year, that I adjusted my stops out to 12 ticks for the most part. Now there's time and place where I'll bring it in. So I talk about how my trading style, which is sort of that scalp mentality, like scalping into a bigger play setup. There's a point in time when it doesn't work that well. And I even use a visual graphics and Sweet Spot 2 to sort of break that down. And what's awesome is this video, I show you how I actually made specific adjustments to, like in this video, I talk about how I'm experimenting with adjustments. And then this video, I share with you my discovery and how I made adjustments to adjust to the newer trading conditions and how well it's working for me. So those three videos sort of go together, and I think one of the hardest things for newer traders or just trading in general is learning how to adjust when the market environment changes. And as a newer trader, I'm going to be honest with you, it's really hard to identify when the market conditions have shifted. They shift all the fucking time. And when I was brand new, it took me fucking a very long time to adjust to a specific condition. Then it would change again, and I would trade like shit forever. And then I would finally adjust to it, and then it would change again. And then I would trade like shit forever, and then it would adjust. You know, and then I had to constantly adjust. It would constantly change. And then over the years, as you gain more experience, you really kind of see it all, I would say. I wouldn't say you see it all, because honestly, the COVID meltdown was something I've yet to see again. It just was completely crazy. I've not seen anything like that. And the way this summer is trading currently, I mean, we're going in a recession, but we're not at all-time highs, and there's this volatility to it, but it's more choppy, but it's choppy like a normal summer would be, but it has more movement to it, but it's just not that great. In fact, this summer is definitely a different flavor. Let me bring this up. This is actually really interesting. Give me a second. Okay, so there's somebody named Lance Breitstein. He works for S&B Capital, you know, the firm my dad founded. That's Mike Bellafury in the background. I hand drew him. I believe one of the videos, there's a video where I go over that. But anyways, Lance put out a tweet on June 22nd, which was 2 days ago. And he writes, "Current market and its implications. All groups of traders I work with are finding the current trading environment challenging. What are the best practices now?" And then acknowledge it. Don't keep I mean, he goes over a bunch of shit in the tweet, which I didn't actually read. I just kind of read the initial shit. But I'm not going to go over his tweet per se. But even guys on the desk at S&B are finding the conditions challenging. And if you watch my latest video, which isn't in this list, it's literally the video before this one. Here's the thumbnail. I talk about how I had 2 back-to-back down days in that video, and I talk about, you know, I went on vacation and all this, and I talked about how the environment has changed. Even Frozen Tundra told, you know, he was telling me how the environment's changing, and it's just a lot harder right now. So again, these sweet spot videos are great when it comes to talking about what has happened as of recent. And if you're brand new to trading as of like this month, then you have no idea what it felt like. If you guys have been doing this for a few months, then you should have realized by now, no matter how new you are or experienced, shit has changed. So that's the importance of the sweet spot videos. Now, I just want to give you guys a kind of an update. I didn't trade Monday because it was a half day, but I've been up 3 days in a row now. And, I mean, I haven't been up like an insane amount like I was last month, but I've been up relatively well 3 days in a row. And I feel good because I've yet to trade a summer well because those conditions are been always so difficult for me. And I thoroughly believe that I will be able to trade this summer well. Mindset's a huge thing. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. That's a whole nother video. But I just want to kind of give you guys an update on that. I'm doing well. And I'll have to do another video on all this shit. But anyways, let's go to the next video. Right here. This one. Guys, and like, seriously, if you really enjoy my content, like it. Subscribe to the channel, and if you really enjoy, please consider donating to my coffee. For some reason, and that link works for some people and some people it doesn't. You can copy and paste it into the browser. Just copy and paste it in the browser, and if you use that method, it works for the coffee link. But guys, if you really find value in what I'm doing, I literally put together like a 30-hour playlist, and this is free. To help you kind of really get a grasp on what to do, man. Obviously, it's not perfect and shit, but, I mean, dude, this is awesome. This is just being handed to you guys for nothing. So if you guys really enjoy what I do and you're finding value, consider donating. I mean, $3 minimum, you know, that would be awesome. Anyways, guys, let's go to the next deal here, which is such a good video, dude. This video is so good. So good. The strike zone video is one of my favorites. This is one of my favorites. Guys, I take a lot of pride in the videos I make as well. I mean, you guys tell me this shit all the time. I mean, I don't want to ego boost, but you guys tell me how this is one of the best trading channels out there, right? You know, it's my trading channel. It's a different type of trading channel. I'm so goddamn blunt and transparent, and a lot of you guys do appreciate just that really raw shit I hit you guys with. Because, I mean, you're fed so much bullshit, and I try to keep it real 100, baby. But, dude, I take pride in this videos. Like, I'm not just trying to crank shit out to crank shit out. Like, dude, these videos are all, like, almost an hour for a reason. There's no way you're gonna learn how to trade in a fucking 10-minute fucking video. There's no fucking way. No fucking way, guys. This is a lot of work to have to go through all this. And you don't have to, but this one here, I love this fucking video. It's like a painting. I just think that one's a masterpiece. And I just want to hang that up on the wall. You know what I mean? That would be a great NFT. Trading angry and how I deal with tilt with real trade examples. Guys, here's the thing. When you're doing your tick drills, okay, again, all of these videos are complementing those initial tick drill videos, right? At some point, you're going to deal with tilt. At some point. And what's great about that video, while it's not a tick drill, you see me start to have a problem in the middle of a trading situation. I start going over trades, breaking down some losses. I talk about how I'm getting upset. And then I tell you exactly what I do to not be upset. And then you get to watch me come back in and save the day and crush the fucking day. And it's such a good example of just like, it's such a rare capture. It's one of those things where like, and I'm so much better at tilt, so I don't think I'm really going to get an example like that one. Just like the spoofing video. Some of these things I capture when I record my sessions, and that's why you guys need to record your sessions. Some of the things I capture are just so good for like putting on YouTube and just creating a story, like just this rare moment in time. And it's just like, again, a painting, a masterpiece. And that one's so good. Like, there's just no better way of explaining that than that fucking video with those examples. And it just, you're gonna experience trading tilt, and at some point the psychological aspect of trading becomes a fucking problem. And that video is just so fucking good. Ah! Woo! I mean, seriously, I just creamed my panties a little bit thinking about that one. So let's go ahead and delete these red lines and move to the next few videos as well. And here we go. So these are the last videos in the series right here. I think, so I would say these 3 videos kind of all go with each other rather well. So the why day trading has a high failure rate and how to fix this. So I talk about day trading has a 90% failure rate in that video, but I mean, that video has 3.5K views. That video, for whatever reason, was very popular, and it's very popular for a reason. And if you just, I got a lot of comments on that video. When it comes to some of my videos are hit or miss when it comes to comments. That's one of those videos that was just a real knockout video. I mean, it's not like the fucking how to read a DOM video. I'm sure if I did more basic shit, I would get a fuckload more views and the channel would grow more, but I ain't trying to do that shit. Like, I want to make, like, real good content, and most traders aren't willing to consume hour-long videos or real solid shit like this, you know, like Sweet Spot 2 or making trading adjustments. It's too technical. Most traders just don't, you know. So, but this one did really good. Excuse me. And there's a reason I put these videos near the end. So I explained to you why day trading has a high failure rate. It's a must watch, guys. That's another one of those masterpieces. Oh boy, that's a good one. I just love it. And the thumbnails, dude. I crushed the thumbnail game. Okay? I crushed the fucking thumbnail. Do you guys not appreciate my fucking thumbnails? Other than the last one, but and some of the earlier videos, but I mean, seriously, dude, that video is so fucking good too. Excuse me. Just watch it, because I just really break down shit on what you need to do to succeed in this fucking industry. The next video, how to become consistently profitable. Okay? That's another must. Right? Because the thing is, when you're doing your tick drills and you're coming out of it, what do you do next? Well, I think you should learn about auction market theory, volume profile. I have videos on that, but they're not in this list because, you know, this playlist is more geared towards the tick drills and where do you go from there and what should I look at when it comes to reading order flow and tick drills, because my channel is more order flow centric. But I have other videos that are great that aren't in this playlist that you guys should consider watching. But, you know, it's just my auction market theory video is not in this. My how to read volume profile videos I think are a bit outdated. I think they really need to be updated, to be honest with you. I just don't have any desire to do those right now. But the thing is, okay, I'm coming out of tick drills. What do I do next? That's what this other video is right here. Trading roadmap for new traders. That's a good video, and I'm going to go ahead and show you. So give me just a second. Okay, guys, I just want to show you. I kind of just build out a roadmap, and as you can see, the tick drills is in here. Where do you go from that point forward to get consistent in the build system? So that video is really good when it comes to sort of, you know, building out a roadmap. What should you consider doing when it comes to your trading journey? So that's why that video is in there. Again, these three videos right here, I just think kind of all complement each other, and they just kind of allow you to change your mindset on why day trading has a high failure rate, what you should do about it, how to become consistently profitable. I believe I touch on Trading Edge in that, what it is. And then I talk about the roadmap, which is definitely a good video. And those are all relatively more recent. The how to become consistently profitable is a newer video out of those three. And then finally, I mean, this isn't the most popular video, but when to roll over futures contracts. You guys, there's a specific way I go about it, and when you're trading futures, there's going to be rollover. And if rollover is coming up, just watch that fucking video. It's only 17 minutes long. So you kind of should know how to do that. Okay, so we are about an hour into this video. I think it's best to cut the video off. Before I do, I want to talk about the importance of tagging trades, and this video is going to be a little bit longer for a reason. Let me go ahead and show you. Okay, guys, so I'm going to eventually do a video on trade tagging at some point, hopefully fucking soon. And when I do that video, it will be added to this playlist somewhere in there, and it might be in a fucking random fucking spot. Okay, it might be further up the list, closer to the order flow for beginners series. Way up there is where I might stick it in. And this specific video is going to be the first video in that playlist as well. So we're adding two videos, this video and then the trade tagging videos. So one thing I want to talk about, and this is so important to just clean this all up with, it's probably the most important part of this video, is when it comes, like I was combing through all of my videos, and it took me a very long time to make this playlist. In fact, I made a video going through all of my videos going, you should watch this, you shouldn't watch this, this is 100%. And I'm like, you know what, fuck that. I'm going to watch this video I made for you guys, build the actual playlist, then go over it. What's interesting is you can watch my journaling process evolve over time. And one thing I highly recommend you do is you need some sort of professional trade journaling software that allows you to add custom tags, okay? Now, if you guys have Jigsaw Trading, or if you just got it, or if you're considering it, you can save $30 by using my affiliate link below. Use the coupon code. And I need you guys to go ahead and email, before you use the affiliate link, if you're considering it, email Jigsaw and ask them, with your purchase of Jigsaw, do I get a free 1-year subscription to Journaltics? Because when I first bought Jigsaw, I got 1 free year of Journaltics, which now costs me $50 a month because I have to pay for live trading data and all that shit. But if you can get that free 1 year of Journaltics with your purchase of Jigsaw, use it. It's so important. Okay? Because what you can do is there's something called day overview. And what you can do is you can tag the trades. And we're going to go into this. Now, if you don't have Jigsaw, that's okay, because you can use something like, I've used this other trading software. It's called TraderView. So this TraderView is not TraderView, the charting platform a lot of you might be familiar with. This is TraderView. I've used this journaling software as well. It's really good. It allows you to tag trades. I should probably pull it up. Here it is, traderview.com. So again, it's not TraderView, it's TraderView. I don't know. But guys, you can, here's the deal. You guys can use spreadsheets or Google Docs or whatever, but I'm telling you, you spend way too much fucking time doing that bullshit, and it's just such a waste of fucking time, and you're not gonna get the stats you can get with these more advanced trading packages that is specifically meant for tracking statistics. And it's so important. Okay, there's several others out there. You're gonna have to do the research. These are the two I'm familiar with. Let me go ahead and pull this up. So when you use, if you use Journaltics, because that's the one I use, I like TraderView, but since I already get Journaltics, I use that, and I like that one as well. I do have some gripes about it, but that's not this video. You have to use hashtags to look at stats on Journaltics, whereas TraderView you don't. So you can go to day overview, and then on the bottom right, you're going to have your trades for the day, and you can click on them, and you can change the playbook name of it, or you can leave the trade type as default. And then what I do is I add hashtags. So here's the deal. Especially if you're doing tick drills, you're going to take a fuckload of trades. Somebody like me who can take, 20 to 30 trades a day, a lot less this summer, but when things were really good, I could do 20 to 30 trades a day. I'm doing a lot less this summer, 5 to 10 maybe. You're looking at 400, 500 trades a month. And it's so important to tag every trade with a specific type of criteria. And I'm going to clear that up in a second, what that exactly means. Because I think it's one thing to journal your trades and write notes on your trades, but let's just do it now. So one thing you guys can do if you're going to do the tick drills is grade your entries. Was your entry too early? Was it good? Was it late? Did you chase the trade? Or was there no reason? Okay? These are tags I used in the past. So you have too early, good, late, and you can just cut off the entry hashtag, but when it comes to journal ticks, I do it that way for a specific reason to make them stand out. I'm not going to really get into it. So you could use just too early, good, late, chase, trade, no reason. Always have a no reason tag. Grade your entries. So what you do need to do is you do need to record and review your trades. So let's kind of just backtrack a little bit. So type in OBS. This is open broadcast software. All the streamers who do video game streaming use this. It's an open source software. It's safe. Use this, create a YouTube account, and then what you want to do is get verified for live streaming. I don't think you need a specific sub account for that. And then you record your trading session on the DOM with this software to YouTube. And then you can go review the trades. Now, if you want to record it to your actual computer, that's fine. You can do that as well. I also suggest you take the time toolbar right here and put it at the top of the screen. And actually, if we watch some of my videos with actual trading, let's go to one like this one right here. Okay, so that video didn't have the example that I needed, so I went to this video. So here's the thing. When you do it on YouTube, the video is paused. When the video is paused, you can't see the time down here. You have to hit play and let it go away. Whereas if you have it like this, I mean, you still can't even fucking see the clock up there, can you? There you go. You can see it a little bit better. You can see it's 9:16 a.m. up there. Eventually, that whole shit disappears. There it is. It disappeared. I suggest putting, the clock at the top of the screen, because what you want to do is when you're reviewing the trades is you want to go about a minute before you enter the trade and watch the footage there. So look at your P&L, and there's a timestamp for the entry N, and go about a minute before that. So make sure you can see the clock on your PC, and then go review it. And then, what's great about YouTube is you can go to the, let me pull that video up again real quick. So there's a cog down here, and you can slow the playback speed down a shitload. So if you're like brand fucking new, you can have the order flow in really slow. And this really helps you understand what's going on better. Or if you're more experienced like me, at some point in time, I like to just review my trades at 2x speed. At some point, you'll be able to read order flow a lot easier, maybe a couple of years down the line. And I just go ahead and review everything at 2x speed in the session. So, yeah. Anyways, so that's a way to record and review the trades. Again, you need some sort of journaling software. Trust me, it's worth the money because this is how you get good, and I'm going to do a video that really emphasizes this at some point. I find that tagging trades is the best method, hands down, because here's the deal. If I'm looking at my trades for the week, and I have a shitload of trades that say no reason. And if I go into the software, the journal ticks, and I filter out that tag, I might be up money, even though that's not the point of the tick drill. But I might be up money if I just stop taking trades that don't fucking matter. Maybe I keep chasing entries. Let's filter that out. And I look at the week or the month, and it's like, well, if I just stopped chasing trades, I would have actually been up this month. So tagging your trades, and it's only one of these per trade. The trade only gets one of these. Is it too early? Is it good? Was it late? Did you chase it? Was there no reason? You don't have to use these exact trades. You don't have to use the late or the too early if you don't want. That's more so if you're kind of hitting trades that are like legitimate setups. So you don't have to necessarily do that. But use these hashtag pairs immediately when you're doing tick drills. And then you can also grade your exit. Was the exit early? Was the exit good? Was the exit late? Could you not react? Like, did somebody sweep the market against you? Did somebody dump a fuckload of contracts and it just blew out and you couldn't do anything? Or did you move your stop? If you notice that you look at the day and it wasn't a good day and you're like, wow, dude, most of my losers were from moving stops. Now we can target that problem and work on it. So I don't want to go too deep on tagging trades and the importance of it because there needs to be a standalone video about them, and this video is already long enough. But I'm telling you, you've got to do this shit. This is the one thing that if you're going to do anything, record, review the trades, and then tag them. And I'm just going to go ahead and give you some other tags. How many tries? Was it the first try, second try, third try, fourth try, fifth try? In the same area? That can give you a lot of information. How's the volatility? Is it high volatility, medium volatility, low volatility? Okay. You can even use a tag for A+. One tag I suggest everybody use is the reverse tag. This right here. Not like that. I obviously don't have it. I have these programmed to a hotkeys. This one isn't. I'm kind of adjusted my hotkeys. But what does this mean? So if I get long and then the trade's not working, I cut it, and then I immediately get short on the second try, that means I reverse the position. So let's put that tag in there. But all of a sudden the short doesn't work. And I cut it, and then I get long again. Third try, same area. I put the reverse tag in there on try 3. So if I notice that I didn't have a good day, and it's like, wait a second, I kept reversing my position in the same area, I need to just give up at some point. And when you continuously see that issue arise in your trading, learning to use tags the appropriate way and learning how to track them and see where you can improve your trading and what to stop doing and what to make better is so powerful. This is the most powerful thing you can do. Guys, you can write notes, you can journal about setups, you can playbook shit. But for me, I love tags and tags because what happens in journal ticks, there's something called Profit Seeker, and it will show you these tags, and it will show you how much a tag set won versus how much a tag set lost you for the week, month, day, whatever. And how many times you took that tag. And it can show you your playbook setups, which is a simple drop-down menu. Again, another video. But it's important that when you develop a tag set, that you don't have to do all of these for the tick drills, by the way. But I think it's a good habit to get into when you do the tick drills because this is something you need to do in your legit trading. And I talk about it in other videos. I've yet to do an actual video on it. That roadmap video I showed you near the end of the playlist, I talk about tags. And this is an example of that. Start doing it now, especially if you like buy Jigsaw and you do get journal ticks for free. Start doing it now. Because this alone is going to allow you to really improve your trading a lot fucking faster. And this alone, in my opinion, can probably take years off your learning curve. That's how fucking important it is just to do this. And for me, at this point in time, yeah, it's going to be a lot of work initially. You're going to spend a lot more time reviewing and tagging your trades than actually trading the session. You're probably, when you do this, are going to spend 3 hours doing that. Like if you take 40, 50 trades, you're probably going to spend 3 to 4 hours a day doing that. I know that seems like a shitload, but hey, traders don't want to do trader work. And if you don't want to do trader work, that's fucking fine. Go ahead and suck at this shit. But if you, those of you who are serious and you want to actually get good at it, do the fucking trader work. Okay? And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fucking work up front. But you've got to do this shit. Otherwise, you're going to waste years floundering, not knowing what you need to be doing different. Because for somebody like me who can take 400 to 500 trades a month, That's a lot, dude. I can't remember shit. When you look at these tags on every fucking trade, if I consistently tag every trade, I don't change the tags, and then I review the end of the month, I know exactly what I need to do. I know exactly what I need to stop doing and what I need to do better. And I'll know if something really doesn't even matter. Maybe there was something I thought mattered that didn't matter. So guys, there you fucking go. Do it here, and if you don't, I don't give a shit. That's on you, okay? But if you're serious about this, put in the fucking work. Okay, if I've done it, then you can fucking do it. Okay, you want to get... Look, and I shouldn't be put on a pedestal because I'm not a guru. I'm not a goat. I'm not the greatest trader in the world by any means. I'm trying to get better. I'm still a developing trader. But these are the things I fucking do. And if some of you aspire to get to my level, because I know some of you would like to at least get to my level or consistent or something, then this is the shit I've done. And if I've done it, you're probably going to have to do it too. So anyways, guys, please like, subscribe to the fucking video, or, you know, all that bullshit. Here's the fucking playlist right here. Go watch this right now. All right, I will see you guys in the next video.